not doing a show, but since I opened a little bit up, and I can do it. Believe me, a show is because the length. You know, it's a show. Let me have my little coffee. I still got to do that. I have a drink on me. So, congratulations. I mean, a report, or anybody, like, say all the people at CNN or View or everything like that. I've been doing this for a while. Sometimes I bring up stuff like this. All right, especially CNN. Like, yesterday, they got the breaking news music and everything. And it's like a half hour spent on Ivanka Trump. The first half hour spent, is she going to run? Is it nemesis? You're going to say her? She's like, plainly, I mean, this is at 5 o'clock. She already said she's not running. I am not running. Even before that, once they heard, oh, Nikki, and then, you see all comments and all the pages and everything going, oh, her career is ruined, this, that. I mean, what? All right, let's try that again. Let's relax. Well, the glass is pretty and brandy. With a glass, I'm pretty handy. I'm Chano. So anyways, congratulations to Boston. And again, I'm just saying it like it is. I have no hard feelings, if the Red Sox lost or anything like that. It's just a game. It's a game. We take everything too serious. And especially after this election. Especially. If they only just said to themselves, all this stuff, nothing has yet been proven. It's starting to be ridiculous, and it's starting to be a scary, scary time. Because there's nothing. They said, oh, look at all this, look at Manafort, look at this, look at that. The guy you want is Trump. I mean, you have to take in, ruin all these other lives and everything. What were they doing spying on him in the first place? In the beginning, I don't know. It seems kind of odd. Everything seemed odd. I will say that. We're not doing a show, but I'm just saying the 11th hour and all this kind of stuff. This girl comes in. I haven't heard another word about her. I mean, I'm sure we will when the news cycle, goes back over there. I mean, now we're on to, like I said, it's people are coming home from work. Having a nice supper. It's like, oh, let's check out the news. And that's what you hear. I mean, what are people supposed to think? It's like, she's not running, or you should run, and they're going to pan on, the same people. People just want to know, are things working out? Is the economy getting better? Are my children safe? Am I safe? My wife safe? My dog safe? My cat? Is there enough, can I go put a little bit of fish food for my fish here? Can I remodel my kitchen? Can I buy another vehicle or something like that? Back in the day, cars. Let's go back to maybe when, before Clinton and everything. Before Clinton, maybe the late years of Reagan, like I said earlier this week, I said, when things were just so affordable. But even back then, people, they didn't have, like, necessarily a new car, but, they went for it and everything. They went for it. I mean, cars weren't everyone would buy, I mean, to save money, they would buy, like a second hand or something, a used car. And, me back in the day, like, when I was in high school and all that kind of stuff, I used to like the Fiaros. The Fiaros. Like a Pontiac Fiaro. Or like even the MG. I bought an MG. Like an orange MG. I mean, just thinking back, I mean, the young. I mean, I can tell, where their brain is. Like, we're just having a good time. And, I mean, and nowadays it's all for diversity and for all. Which it was with us. I don't know. I don't know how this generation, our generation, or even the generation above us, gets such a bad rap. A bad name. As though, like they're just capitalists and they're all for themselves and they're not for, like, sharing and caring and all that. I don't know. I mean, it it goes back to, like, listening to people, listening. I mean, when I was young, I used to listen to older people. I used to love listening to them. I used to talk to them about stuff that was going on, and it was so good, like that time, just you're young, you're also learning. You have some information here to apply what you're learning at the time and everything like that. Plus, it's the thing to do. We don't cut off people. We don't cut them off. I mean, it should be like, if people talk to you, talk to them. Get to know them. Again, this whole show is about community. I mean, I went around doing this in the hopes, of people looking at it from that lens. It's like, oh, this is what he's coming in on, and then he brings in, certain issues like today. And I'm like, why is our news biased? I don't mind injecting your opinion. I mean, I inject my opinion, but it should be, tell the story like it is. Then, after you tell it like it is, then you can, inject, your opinions about it. But first, get the story right, and then so let other people have the opportunity to, think about it. Think about it. But most of these people, they don't follow it. All they know is, they see someone collecting an award, or they see this, or they see that, or they see someone, saying this, get out the vote, do this, do that. I don't know. Again, I'm just injecting my opinion. I want it to be fair. So then there's no contesting and protesting and this and that and resisting and all that. And yes, you're probably saying, oh, he sounds just like Donald and all that. No, I don't care whoever it is up there right now. I mean, he deserves respect. Him or she, whoever it is. Because he won. He won, and he wasn't even supposed to come close. It was supposed to be a landslide. And then now, the 27 days, they're going to talk about, the polls and this and that. And we got to win these things because, we got to stop this. Stop what? What is he doing? Is it not a promise? A promise said or a promise kept, or, whatever he did, he made promises. And then, here's what needs to be done. Well, we're going to do it. But yet, they seem to get this rap that they're just the capitalists. Who has all the money? I mean, instead of going to all these places, put up all these funny pictures, you can go back to that, when you smoke your big cannoli doobies. Why don't you go and just look at who has all the money and stuff like that? And then go back to that, just don't be ignorant. Don't be ignorant. Don't listen to just talking points or people saying stuff to make people believe that there's criminal activity among certain people, that they're prone to rip you off. Well, that'll do it.